Namo, Amida, Butsu. One of the things I hear a lot from people who are hesitant to go toward a more plant-based diet is that they don't really like vegetables that much, and that plant-based alternatives aren't that good. Well, most of these people haven't really tried that many plant-based alternatives to meat or dairy. This morning I started with basically a vegan ham sandwich with kimchi toasted on a slice of bread. It was open face, it was delicious, and it was flavorful. And I did this with vegan kimchi, plant-based luncheon meat substitute, in this case smoked ham flavor, and Dave's killer, seed bread, and it was excellent. Later for lunch, just a couple of minutes ago, I made me 2 Chick-fil-A style vegan plant-based chicken sandwiches on, once again, Dave's Killer Bread. I highly recommend this. This is not an endorsement. I don't get any payment from him. But I love the taste of Dave's Killer Bread and buns. In this case, it was 2 hamburger buns. And all I did was toast the buns, toast the 2 Boca chicken patties, breaded patties, and then I added some all-natural ketchup, some hamburger dill slices, and that was it. Oh, an onion, some sliced white onion. It was very simple, it was very satisfying, it was very umami, and it did the trick. It's now become a very natural thing for me to enjoy many of the dishes that I used to enjoy growing up as a carnivore in Houston, Texas. And of course, being beef country, I had hamburgers, I had hot dogs, I had country sausage, I had all sorts of stuff. All of these are offered to us through plant-based alternatives, and they're healthier. Now, are they perfectly healthy? Not all of them. I also like plant-based cheese slices and cheese shreds. And these tend to pack the pounds on me, I've noticed. But the flavor is there. I can eat many of the food items I used to eat as a child and as a young adult without causing suffering and death through my dietary choices. I mentioned the vegan kimchi. The other day I got some plant-based chipotle sausage and just toasted it on a slice of bread with some kimchi on top. Absolutely delicious. It's possible to make alternatives to egg salad, to tuna salad. There are many companies that sell vegan seafood. Whenever I go to the Asian market, I buy up cans of vegan duck, vegan chicken, vegan pork, and just make a simple stir fry with it and just serve it over noodles. And I can add any flavoring I want, from sweet and sour to teriyaki to barbecue, vegan barbecue. There's no end to the flavors that I can enjoy as a vegan. And, you know, we can continue to make excuses for our dietary habits, or we can look at our dietary habits honestly and asking ourselves, especially if we are Buddhist, you know, how do our dietary habits coincide with the precept of non-killing? And as a Jodo Shinshu Buddhist, I don't focus on the precepts like most schools do. The precepts are there. They are instituted by Shakyamuni Buddha. But my choice to be vegan is a choice, a conscious ethical choice, not to cause more pain, suffering, and death in the world through the killing of other sentient beings. And whether I admit it or not, if I buy and consume products, whether they're food products, leather products, products with lanolin, honey, down, wool, I am actually contributing actively to the imprisonment, the torture, and the suffering of countless millions, if not billions, of sentient living beings. And as a Buddhist, I believe that at one time I've been everything. I've been a pig, I've been a fish, I've been a cow, I've been a bull, I've been a bird, I've been a chicken, I've been a stork, I've been a frog, I've been a turtle. I am not better than anyone else, whether that anyone else is a god or a Mara or a hungry ghost or a dog or a bug crawling across the sidewalk. That bug is living its life, trying to survive, trying to find food, trying to find a mate, going about its business, living its life as a bug. And if I choose just to squash that bug because I'm prejudiced against it being a bug, then I've just consciously murdered and ended the life of another sentient being. Are there times I step on bugs? I'm sure there are many bugs I step on during the course of my day. Going to and from work, going to and from the store, or going on a walk, even a spiritual walk. And for that I entrust myself and all of my actions to Amitabha Buddha, and I say his name, Namo Amida Butsu. And I tell the Buddha I am a spiritual idiot who makes mistakes, which is true. But to consciously choose to go out and to get in the habit or maintain the habit of wearing the skin or fur of murdered animals or eating the flesh of murdered animals, that's a totally different thing than accidentally stepping on a bug. Also, as I've said in other videos, yes, I am a vegan, but I'm not going to live in a house of fleas and bed bugs. Does that make me a hypocrite? Absolutely. But there are things we can do that not only create better karma for ourselves, but better karma for the planet and for other animals, other beings. And it's a conscious choice. I think it's kind of unfortunate that a lot of people, because they don't really have a spiritual base, they view Buddhism as, they view veganism, they view veganism as merely a plant-based weight and health program. And that's not what veganism is. Veganism is a choice to be more ethical in what you wear, in what you drink, in what you eat, that you don't cause excess, unnecessary harm, death, and pain to other living beings. Veganism is a choice to live more lovingly and kindly in the world. Are we going to do it perfectly? No. Does that make us superior to carnivores, omnivores, and vegetarians? Definitely not. Being a vegan for me is about reducing as much suffering that I produce in this world as I possibly can. There's always room for improvement. You know, I'm an ignorance savage just like everyone else. And people who don't believe they're ignorant savages don't understand human nature. And people are like, oh, well, I am a manifestation of God. Well, according to Buddhism and Hinduism, gods are known to go to war with each other from time to time. And that's the thing. I want to become a Buddha, not a god. My goal is not to be superior to all other beings. My goal is to become a compassionate, enlightened, aware being that brings peace, love, and joy to all beings. That will happen when I become a Buddha in my next life. And because I have entrusted myself and my karmic destiny to Amitabha Buddha, I say his name in faith and gratitude. I know that is my future life. Of that I have no doubt. That's Shinjin, or simple faith in Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. It's a knowing that I will be born in Amitabha Buddha's pure land in my next life. And this is not a metaphor, it's something I take very literally. And so, if you're afraid of becoming a vegan, you feel like it would be more ethical, more healthy for you to do, don't be afraid to go out on a limb and try some more plant-based alternatives. Yes, a lot of them are a bit more expensive than non-plant-based alternatives, but the price has gone down, and you can usually almost always find store brand alternative, plant-based alternatives that are very affordable, and that's what I do. A lot of times I shop at Kroger and I'll use their plant-based Simple Truth store brand alternatives, and they're delicious. Sometimes they're better than the more expensive name brand popular plant-based meats and cheeses, and even milks, non-dairy milks. It can be done. But there's just a good feeling in knowing that you're not bringing about excess harm in the world. There's enough of that to go around right now. Namo Amida Butsu. Homage to the Buddha of infinite light and life, Amitabha Buddha. Thanks, guys. Have a great week.